3, 2, 1. Or should I say, ready? 1, 2, 3. This is what my daughter, my near 2-year-old daughter is obsessed with saying right now. This up, this is Stefan who is manning the camera. I want to give a wave, Stefan. Wave in front of the camera. Give a wave in front of the camera, Stefan. Hi. Stefan! Meet the viewers. So Stefan is an amazing team member here at Rythmia that helps me with the technology here. So I'm currently live on my Instagram. I'm also live on the Rythmia Facebook page. And Stefan and I were just counting down so that we could begin in synchronized fashion. My daughter, who you guys probably haven't seen in a long time here live with me for this Facebook Live, is 20 months. She'll be 21 months at the end of April. And she's talking so much. And she's always counting down. I guess because I've always counted things down for her. Whenever she were jumping in the pool, it's always, I say ready, and then I say 3, 2, 1. And it's the cutest thing ever. I'll have to get it on video and put it in my stories at some point. Levi Moody is joining us live on Facebook. Kobe just woke up from her nap, so that means my daughter will be tuning in and probably pointing at the screen saying, Mama, Mama. So, who else is watching? Where are you guys watching from? I see people are joining me. I see people are live. Let me know where you're tuning in from around the world. Here at Rythmia, it's Sunday, obviously. Sunday for all of us, except for in certain parts of the world. If you're watching from Australia, I know that it is Monday morning. This much I know. But we are doing a switchover of guests right now. So we had an amazing full house of guests last week, all sold out. This week we have about 60 people again. We're getting really, really busy here, filling up quick. So if you have interest, make sure you call the 1-866 number posted here in the description box and find out, a little bit more about what we offer here and when there's some availability for you to come. If anything, if any time the world needed plant medicine, it's now. And we don't just offer plant medicine, which is the draw for a lot of people here, which is ayahuasca. But we also do 3 weekly breathwork ceremonies. We have farm-to-table organic when possible food with recipes and menus curated by yours truly. We have massage therapy, colon cleanses, yoga, dance of liberation, which is amazing shamanic dance class that we use at the end of the week to celebrate. We have an amazing group of musicians, amazing breathwork facilitators, amazing medicine team here that guides our guests through the healing process using a very specific set of intentions. We use 3 intentions here with the medicine. Show me who I've become, merge me back with my soul at all costs, and heal my heart. And these 3 intentions is essentially what all plant medicine wants to do anyway, is just bring you back to a place of truth and connection to your higher self and intuition, which makes life that much more easeful, beautiful, and connected. And isn't that what we all want? Don't we all just want to be happy, feel love, and be connected to our community? Well, that's what this plant medicine does, and that's what you experience here at Rythmia. So thank you for joining me here today. Jeremiah is watching from Galveston, Texas. Earl Lang is watching from Saskatchewan, Canada. He's missing Costa Rica. My mother is watching from Ontario. Hi, Jenna. Great to see you. She's watching from a rainy New York. You're bringing in all the sunshine. Thank you. Leslie's saying, I love that you were busy. Yeah, it's so great. Ryan is saying, thank you and bless you all. So good to see so many people joining. Hi, Jose. I miss you so much as well. Courtney Lynn is watching from upstate New York. So cool. So amazing. Again, if you're just hopping on here, please let me know where you're watching from. So, as you can see by the topic here, I'm talking about nourishing the soul, which is pretty much what I talk about all the live long day in different capacities. I talk about this constantly in the workshops that I teach here at Rythmia on behalf of the plant medicine and Jerry and Rythmia and all the metaphysical knowledge that we need to be dropping to our guests about the process here at Rythmia. I'm also talking about nourishing the soul through the means of nutritious food, often, regularly here at the restaurant when I'm talking to people about the food that we serve here at Rythmia and why. But I think the thing that a lot of us forget about when it comes to nourishing ourselves is the fact that we have to nourish all aspects of our life. If we're nourishing all parts of ourselves and all pieces of our life, then we are more apt to be making positive decisions on how we actually fill our plate and nourish our body or a temple with food. So I just want to remind you guys how important it is to really take stock. Every once in a while, I like to sit down and write down all of the different areas of my life and pay attention to how satisfied I'm feeling in each of those areas. So those areas include everything from how I'm feeling in my joy center. How much happiness am I feeling? Am I actually allowing myself to feel fun? I know for me as a busy working mom, sometimes days go by when I don't laugh very loudly. Like full from the gut laughter, because I'm always just moving from one task to the other. So taking stock, when's the last time I stopped and laughed? the joy, feeling happiness, feeling the contentment that comes from a fulfilled life, and really, spending some time in that, in gratitude. How often are you allowing yourself feel that? Checking in on how your relationships are going. Are you feeling connected to your loved ones? In the same token that it's hard sometimes to connect to our joy in our busy life, sometimes we get so disconnected from our relationships. I know my partner Levi and I, we're new parents still. Our daughter, like I said, is only 20 months old. So figuring out how for me to work here at Rythmia so much, for us to also own a small business, which is a tattoo shop, to me also running a side business of coaching business on my own, and then having our toddler, who is a 24/7 job. Sometimes it's really easy for him and I to get disconnected. So we just went away for 2 days this past week to celebrate his birthday, and it was really, really potent. And it was a reminder on how important it is to stay, connected to your relationships. Another area that we need to pay attention to is just home life in general. Do you love the space that you live in? Can you organize it a little bit better so you don't feel like you're walking into chaos all the time? If there's, a way that you could keep your house cleaner, if you could keep your house just feeling more like a sacred space, does it mean setting up an altar maybe of sacred objects that you find spiritually and emotionally supportive and connecting for you? Creating a space where your home life feels really good, making sure that you feel safe. If you're not feeling safe in your home life for whatever reason, checking into that and, seeking help as needed. Checking in on, like I said, nourishment, your food. How are you feeding yourself? And not just when it comes to food, but how are you nourishing yourself mentally and emotionally? Are you spending all your free time on social media? Are you watching the regular newscasts, every day and getting fed with all of that, sometimes just fearful information? How are you nourishing yourself in conversation? Are you surrounding yourself with 5 incredible people? There's that theory that we are the product of, what we gain from the 5 closest people to us. So who are you spending most of your time with? Paying attention to your spirituality. Do you have some sort of practice? Also highly important with your finding that balance in that nourishment of your soul. So spirituality, whether that means doing something like plant medicine, having a daily meditation practice, going to organize religious services every week. I know a lot of people that Sunday mornings is their very special time to feel connected to the divine. Having something that keeps you in a remembrance that you are more than just this body, that your soul is connected to something greater. Having some sort of creative outlet in your life is also super important, right? Again, if we get busy in our day-to-day life, that's probably one of the first things that we let drop by the wayside. My partner and I were just discussing this past week how important it is. He's an artist, he's a tattoo artist, but also he loves to paint. So he wants to start carving out more time and carving out a place in our home where he can paint more often with acrylics, right? Because that's kind of fallen by the wayside in our busy life. So creating space for creativity, for me, that's writing. I love writing blogs. I love writing my book, and I don't want to always have to be writing with an agenda, right? Just writing for the sake of writing, or dancing for the sake of dancing, having some sort of creative outlet. The way that I dress is also one of the ways that I express my creativity. So when I talk about creativity, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to become an artist, because not all of us are gifted in that way, right? And not that you need to be gifted in order to express yourself through art. But look at other ways that you can be creative. I like to be creative by just being colorful in my clothing and seeing how I can match my accessories to my clothes. That's how I express my creativity every day. So look and see what areas you could do that. Looking at your finances, are you nourishing yourself financially? Are you actually paying attention? Are you one of those people that when the monthly bill comes in the email or on paper, for your credit card, you just shove it underneath a pile because you don't want to look at it because you're terrified? Creating a better relationship with money. That's the first step to creating abundance, is not making money such a scary thing. So finding a safe way to have a relationship with money, and then start creating, whether it means creating a monthly budget and sticking to it, or, learning more about investing so that you can plan for your financial future, but creating some sort of happy, healthy relationship with your money. Your career. Are you feeling nourished in your career? If you're not, what can you do to change it? I'm not saying you have to quit your job. I'm saying you just need to find out ways that you can, feel more fulfilled. Maybe that means asking your superior or your boss if you can take more on so that you can feel like you're contributing more. Maybe it means you have to do the opposite and take on less so that you have more time to fuel all these other areas in your life. But checking in on how you can make your career a bit more, nourishing for you. Maybe that just means reorganizing your desk, putting a plant and pictures of your family, allowing some space in your day for that creativity. The next thing is education, really paying attention to being a lifelong learner if that's something that fuels you. For me, I know I've done some research as of late, and I know because of my human design, which is a really cool, insightful tool to use to learn more about yourself, that I am a lifelong learner. And that has explained to me why I'm continually in a different course trying to learn new things, and why I always have about 5 different books on the go. Ask my partner, Levi. I always have like 3 different books on the nightstand, a few different books on my desk, and I'm carrying different magazines around with me because I always want to learn. And right now I'm doing 4 online courses to expand my mind. And I used to think it was something wrong with me, but it is inherently who I am at my core, to be a lifelong learner. And I think it's important for us all to educate ourselves and continue to grow, right? Because if we're not growing, we're dying. So whatever that means to you, maybe that just means having conversations with people about something you're interested in. So you can learn something new, you know, every single day or every single week, just asking questions. Also looking at our overall health and movement, right? So are you nourishing yourself in that regard? It doesn't mean you have to be going off and doing spin classes or CrossFit, but are you taking time to move? Whether that means just getting up from your desk at lunch and going for a walk, having some sort of yoga practice, or, you know, whatever makes you feel good. Maybe that means kickboxing. Maybe that means surfing. Maybe that means, you know, just gentle stretching with a foam roller, whatever that means for you, but moving your body so that you can help contribute and nourish that area in your life that we call health. So this is all I wanted to talk to you guys about here today, is that how we nourish ourselves is about more than just whatever we're eating, whatever foods we're putting on the plate, whatever things we're pulling off the buffet here at Rythmia. And that's what I remind people about here every single week. You know, you're here to do a really deep soul dive to figure out who you are at your core. Stuff will probably come up around food and diet and body image, and that's all part of it. But you have to look at the big picture, that we're all just trying to feel fully nourished in all aspects. All of the thing I've listed is just a piece of the pie. So check in, take some stock, and make adjustments as needed so that you can feel fully nourished from the inside out and from the earth all the way up into the stars. That's it, my friends. I hope that you guys are doing really, really, really well. I'm going to say hi to a few people. Hi, Michael. So good to see you. Darcy. Zachary's watching from Seattle. Gail is here at Rythmia for day 1. Food is medicine, Paula. We got Melanie watching from Ojai. Melanie Rose, big love to you. Ryan, thank you too. Love you guys so, so much. Have a beautiful rest of your sunny Sunday or snowy Sunday or rainy Sunday. Happy spring to those of you that are celebrating this beautiful and abundant, fertile time of year. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.